On the IFP Youth Brigade will be leading a march to the offices of the KwaZulu-Natal Premier in Pietermaritzburg. This as the country commemorates Youth Day in remembrance of the young victims of 1976. The IFP youth say there is little to celebrate as the provincial government is depriving youngsters of education by closing some of the schools. The province's education department had announced plans to close down more than 200 schools due to low enrolment. SABC News Reporter Nonhlakanipho Magwaza is covering that march. Nonhlakanipho, good morning and thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about what's taking place there.
Good morning, Eldrin, and to the viewers at home. At the moment, they are still gathering, as you can see behind me. They are still gathering, coming from different parts of the province. When we were on our way here to Pietermaritzburg, we saw some buses on the freeway that are still coming here. Earlier on, we spoke to a couple of youth here in Pietermaritzburg, and they were telling us that, yes, they are celebrating Youth Day, but they are still facing challenges that are similar, if not more, than what the youth of 1976 were facing at that time. They were saying that they are facing youth unemployment and they are still struggling to access equal education in both primary level and tertiary level, with NSFAS not giving them enough funding or funding in time. But with us now is chairperson of the IFP Youth Brigade, who will tell us more on what we are going to expect today and why they are gathered here in Pietermaritzburg. Babu Zondo, we are all here in Pietermaritzburg. We were speaking earlier on. You were saying that you are going to march from here to the Premier's office. What led to this march today?
Let me start by greeting the viewers, your viewers, SABC viewers. We are here today. Today is June 16. June 16 is known to be a day that the youth of 1976, they took themselves to the streets to fight for their rights, to fight against the education system that was not in favor of our African child. The difference between 1976 and 2023 is that that campaign was against the apartheid government. Now, our campaign, our struggle is against our own government. Whereas we find that the education system still doesn't favor the black child. Still, the MECs that are being deployed by the ruling party are not fit. They are not willing to assist the black child to be on the same level with everyone in every country to compete on the educational system. We have a problem with educational system. We have a problem with MECs that are not willing, because we are lacking the will to implement policies that will help the black child to get a quality education. So today, we are here as the youth of this time to fight for our own right. We are not the youth of 1976, because maybe times are not the same. But we think writing statements, making noises everywhere will not help us. Let's come to the Premier's office and tell the Premier that, Premier, we are not satisfied with your MEC. Can you redeploy and give us the MEC that will have a will to implement policies and change where it needs change? The curriculum of education is not in favor of our people. So we have to come here and do that. We are going to do it peacefully, because we don't want to get anyone being hurt or what. But as the IFP, we believe on a constructive criticism. Everywhere, every time when we debate in Parliament, we debate constructive. We bring solutions. We know that when we wrote a letter to the Premier saying that we are coming here today, we didn't put the memorandum forward, but he just fast forward responded, tried to respond, trying to assume what we are coming here for, whereas he pointed on the wrong direction. Talk about EPWP, talking about opportunities, trying to explain a long letter, almost 10 pages, respond before we even bring the memorandum in. And we saw that he is not even the Premier, but we'll talk about that on other time, because we cannot tell our people that when we are saying that the government will create opportunities, employment opportunities, we talk about EPWP, and count EPWP as one of the things that will bring food on the table to our people. Our people need jobs, real jobs. Our people need education, quality education. We, as the government, you should be able to bring that. No, we should be able to attract investors to invest in this province so that our people will get to work. So as the IFP, we want to bring stability. We want to bring policies that will attract investors to come here. Once again, the other thing, there is a project that's called Operation Vula that was introduced by Honorable Sihle Zikalala, the Member of Parliament, MSc, local Minister of Public Works. That thing is not clear, it's not transparent, it's just a scam to spoon feed relative and the ANC cadres. There is nothing we can say that there is a person, young person from Emakaya who get on that opportunity had been funded to start up a business, and that business has been supported to this far. Nothing. But only to find ANC cadres are being given opportunities and given money, our money, on these operations. So we are coming here today as the youth of 2023 to say that let's change the status quo. 2024 is our 1994. We were not there, we didn't vote 1994, but we're going to vote in 2024.
That was us, Youth Brigade Chairperson Sanele Zondo, who was telling us about the challenges that the youth of today are facing. And later on, I hear that the president of the IFP, Babu Velinkosini Tlhabisa, will also be joining the march from here to the Premier's office. Back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Nonhlakanipho Magwaza.